Hi everybody and welcome to the University of Idaho Esports. Today we have a lovely scrimmage between the University of Idaho's Valorant team and CBC's Valorant. I know we're getting some scrimmages set up before the season has officially started. Their games start next week, if I'm correct?
Week after.
Week after?
Next week will just be a practice week for all our teams.
It'll have the cool meetup days and everything set up for later.
Media days.
Yeah.
Get pictures of our players.
Yeah.
Pictures of our staff.
$5.
Pictures of everybody. We love pictures.
We love pictures.
I also don't know how this scrim's gonna go.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know
CBC
who's
particularly known for Valorant because I don't recall.
They were
We've
here
played
for
them
the
before.
invitational, I think.
If I recall, we kind of dominated everyone at the invitational, didn't we?
No.
No,
No?
we did not.
We got smacked.
We
and
are
then still
lucky.
won.
We are lucky to have won that. I don't know how we won that, to be honest.
Because
I
tiebreakers.
would need to look at. I would
Or
need to look
something.
at
The team that we
spreadsheet
beat in
for
the
that,
finals actually had more wins than us,
Yeah.
and we won.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. How are you feeling about this game?
How am I feeling
that.
about this game? I feel like I'm going to
Fantastic.
cast half of it and then leave.
Hey,
That's more than enough.
Well,
we get the cool guy on the stream.
I think it depends on
When?
what map we end up on.
tomorrow.
Because I also don't know what map our team's good at. So
On
On Valorant?
yeah, because I
Uh,
feel like I just tend to watch them lose.
I do as well. I could tell you why. I won't. I won't tell you why.
skill issue.
Why?
You guys can find
I
out.
mean, you can be the analyst on the desk right
Oh,
now.
I'll analyze everything they're doing wrong.
Okay.
Nothing they're doing right.
They will be given a no inch, no quarter.
Yep. Yep.
We need positivity.
We do need positivity.
Oh.
We're positive they're gonna lose.
We're gonna lose. I'm glad their captain is confident in their abilities.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm
And
expecting
it could be
bigger
a turnaround.
things.
It could be a turnaround this.
All I'll say is
I watched the Valorant tryouts, and I think there should have been changes on varsity. So we'll see. What do we have? Who's in the game right now?
yeah, who's on varsity? Who is it?
Is it the same?
Okay, so we do have changes for the.
Wait,
Valorant
who's
team.
out? Zombie?
Do we have a? Is there a delay?
Okay.
No delay.
Jeez,
They're
don't pick Neon.
Please don't pick me.
Whatever you do,
Don't
change
pick
Snipe.
Neon.
Okay, so we did see.
They're picking Neon. No.
Wait, but is that our team?
Is that
I
our
don't
team?
know. I can't. I
No,
can't
it's
see
not.
that
It's
far.
not. It's not.
Okay.
You know,
He picked
Loptech
Cypher? Crazy.
We have some changes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
We see
On
David is our new duelist.
On
David?
split.
David was
Pull
the
out-
guy that
pull
was
out
cooking
ISO.
Dude,
people.
David was cooking in
He was
tryouts.
going absolutely
Yeah, he was
crazy.
cooking.
That was the change I was thinking of, is putting him in.
Oh, he's
for
is he gonna
Zombie.
put
Oh, I
on
would've been-
Zombie?
Zombie
I
had
would've-
some rough.
I would have been mad if he wasn't in.
Oh,
some
absolutely.
rough
He destroyed
players.
He was
everybody.
cooking.
Yeah.
Cooking.
I think, yeah.
He's that guy.
So we'll see. We'll see if this change is what they needed and if they're able to pull out some more wins.
Young chicken, cheese on Rays
Yeah,
or
you're
Phoenix
right.
be killer.
Yeah, he's on neither.
Either.
I was referring to the previous comment
Wait, what?
about rosters.
Oh. Well, I was referring to cheese on Rays or Phoenix, which he is not.
Yeah, he's not. He's actually.
Personally, I don't like Cheesy Bird. Cheesy Bird kind of goes, eh.
What?
Cheesy bird?
Would you
Yeah.
put cheese on chicken?
I agree. I agree with our production. I believe Cheese anchoring a site will be better than him running in first.
I also agree. That's why I said no Neon.
So him playing Cypher. Actually, I'm trying to think. He played Chamber when I was on the team, and that he
Yeah.
only played Chamber.
Yeah.
His Chamber was meta.
And
if
I
you
don't even
didn't,
know.
you
Was
were
Neon
throwing.
even out then?
I don't
It was
remember.
a good couple of years ago.
Wait, who was that?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't keep up with Valorant very much.
I don't either.
Valorant is a fun game. Unfortunately, the skill floor to get into any sort of like good portion of the game is pretty high.
I don't know about you guys, but gameplay seems a little loud in my ears.
Mine's not.
Okay.
I'm deaf.
I'll just turn
If
mine
anything,
down.
my
You
headset.
be.
If anything, my headset's quiet. You didn't need to.
I think you
You
just
did
turned
not.
mine
You
up.
turned it way too loud for me, dude.
Okay.
Wow, you. What are these chats?
I don't know.
You guys know that one?
I
No.
can't.
I'm not familiar. Wow,
My
you,
gameplay
I
is
know,
way
I wow
loud now.
everybody.
Can you turn my gameplay down a little bit?
I can't. I can turn everything down.
It's fine.
Yeah, I would appreciate
See, that was my issues. I can hear you guys just fine, but the gameplay was loud.
CBC
camera's
is
getting
absolutely
loud.
just
It's
running
really
it down
loud.
now on this A site. Looks like they're actually rotating through mid.
Yeah.
The trading for Rays for Neon, I don't think is necessarily a bad play here.
It was just kind of a rush in heaven.
Yeah.
2 Vandals are here for this, though. They got the notification. Cypher trap
Yeah,
broken.
They got
Viper's
the
close.
duelist
Should get
down.
one here. Yeah.
Oh, almost got Dohyun, almost got 2.
Traded out.
Now the funnel into the B side, but all of the Vandals are here.
And they have
3v3 on the
significant
site.
HP advantage
With
too.
the flash, yeah, Cheese is gonna run out. Spots both players on default.
The shot's
Nice.
able to get it.
Okay,
Trades.
she just takes down.
This trades back and forth.
Yeah, Viper's 1 HP, just 1 bullet from the classic. We'll take
They
it
have the health
down.
advantage by a lot. Reach is on half HP right now.
Nice.
Now it's just the Viper, 1
They should
HP.
just be able to rush round.
Oh, not able to connect.
Loftek, you just
Just
got
right click him.
you
Oh
just got
my!
clowned
Oh
on.
my!
Oh, what is happening here?
Please
Guys, please.
tap it. Yep. Thumbs
It's
off.
gonna go all the way around.
Oh no,
Oh, what is
they're not
this?
gonna have enough time.
How
are
did
your
you miss
shots?
these bullets?
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
I will say that right click was just unlucky that none of those landed, but
Well, there was about
But
5 attempts at it.
there was
so
a lot of
But
attempts.
first round is ours.
That was.
very messy, but the Vandals able to come out on top on that one.
It was just 1-for-1 trades.
Yeah, it was a lot of 1-for-1s.
We do
But
also have
the
our.
gunplay at the end was horrifying.
we need to flip flop our
Our
team names.
Yeah, I think.
3 kills for their Viper over there.
Yeah,
He
and he was low from the initial
He's
fight
oof.
in heaven, I believe.
I think he got hit by some of the early explosives.
He was low there, and then I think Dohyun hit him up as well. So he was very
He was the
low
last
that
one
entire
alive.
site. But
Sure thing, boss.
All right, Captain.
CBC looking like they're gonna go mid.
They do have a lurk towards A.
Venom, not Venom. What am I on about? Viper.
Viper.
Yeah. Viper is an absolute standard here. There's just so much territory her wall can take up. Oh,
Yeah,
Dohyun.
Dohyun down.
Getting 2
Yikes.
down without even getting touched.
So we do see a little bit of difference from the Vandal side. Dohyun on a controller.
It seems like they're changing up a lot of the aspects they had from last semester, and it is already working out well for them.
Yeah, because Dohyun was a hard sentinel, I believe. Oh,
that
what
was
a shot.
nasty flick from Chicken.
There goes the Neon sliding in and dying. And now it's just Cypher.
And our Cypher comes out on top.
Yeah, cleans it up. But yeah, so Dohyun was the hard sentinel before, and now he's on controller. So some of the roles being switched around. Diabolic staying as a initiator, and Loftek playing smokes as well.
Honestly, good that it's happening. They saw there were some things that just weren't working last semester and actually
Yeah.
adapted.
We do have a couple of controllers, though, with the smokes. So we'll see if maybe Dohyun's just playing it for this map.
Or
But
whether or not it'll be a consistent pick
Yeah.
for him within the comps. But so far,
oh,
I
man.
haven't seen all of the games from last semesters, but the immediate improvement.
Cheese is about to be tested. All 5 of CBC running up A, and it's given over already.
Yeah.
Careful now.
Yeah, they know the trap bars are triggered.
He hit the trip. Oh, unlucky.
Unlucky.
Headshot through the smoke.
Don't do the same thing.
Dohyun also fighting in the smoke.
Yeah, that was a little scary.
Now, this is interesting. All 5 of CBC's players are just stuck on site. They are afraid of a flank, so they're not backing out. Now the Clove is finally getting away back towards Ram, but
If Clove can get around that circular.
they have no screens control. They're 4
Yeah.
on site, back site, just stuck.
Oh no, Dohyun,
The second one
they
through the
heard
smoke.
you.
This retake is just not going to
Yeah,
happen. They're
no.
getting
Yeah.
held at every angle.
They need to keep their weapons. They're not going to be able to fight this point down.
They're still on bonus. So it is. They're fine to just go for
Diabolic
it,
needs
but
to keep a hold of this gun, though.
yeah, he doesn't get back out.
Yeah, so
Unless.
I said CBC
No.
was in bad positions, but they made it work. They got 2 kills through the heaven smoke, and then just every other kill fell into their lap. So
They locked
I mean-
down every single angle into sight.
They weren't necessarily in bad position. They had that site just held from every angle that the Vandals wanted to enter through.
yeah,
And
I
at
think
that point, they didn't have anything they could do about
like
it.
if David
No.
had gone heaven, used his nade back site, it would have been very huge. But you know, hindsight, we get to see the X-rays. But
Yeah, also got unlucky 2 head taps through smoke.
yeah,
the initial head smoke. Yeah, that was
So
just
far,
absurd.
yeah. Their Viper kind of leading the charge here, making sure these rounds are
Top fraggers are the top
close
fraggers.
at least.
That is true. Bit of a default push now from CBC.
Yeah, spread across the map here.
Vandals also being a lot more patient on their defense. At least from what it looked like last semester. They seem to be a lot more aggro.
Okay, should have seen them Fricolo. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if they can see the Omen smoke. I honestly don't know.
I've never known.
I would assume you could, right? Because you can do it for every other smoke that is visible.
Yeah, maybe, but I feel like if they had seen that smoke go out, they would have been sure that he'd go. Right in the middle, Dohyun needs to back out.
Lucky there.
He got stunned, so he's slowed.
Neon.
Oh,
He's a
line
nasty double.
And the A site, it's just cheese again.
I don't even know why they were both in there.
I think
Diabolic came to
Cloak
help.
was trying to cover Viper.
Cheese gets one. Uses his ult.
Okay.
That ult will be very helpful.
Might be able to recover this round. Needs to get at least one more.
They want to
Finds
get
it.
the one. Cypher isolated. And the Clove as well. They're just feeding him 1v1s.
Team slowly rotating. They are here.
Last player standing.
Now it's just
There's
the
one left.
Viper.
Loptech, you've got
spotted.
this.
Bomb took a long time to get down there.
Yeah, they were worried about cheese at short.
Vandals need to play together here.
Then
No one's
ready
checking.
for it. Now they should know. With the boom bot, they know he's pushed.
They have to know.
What
What are they
Oh
doing?
no! Does PCUV?
They're
Does
throwing.
Pros don't fake. Oh
He
wow!
cleans it
That
up.
was honestly just a throw right there.
That was heroic from Cheese to lock down that site, but his teammates just couldn't pull it over the line.
Yeah, I don't know what the thought process was there. They
Honestly, I think
cleared full sight.
Yeah, they should have been able to place down bomb. Had one person look over alleyway for some cheese, place that down, and then just focus on.
I think what happened there in that post plant was Lofttech placed the smoke, and then the boom bot came through, and they weren't sure if the Viper was in that smoke, so they were both looking at the smoke at short, and then they.
That's where you go wrong. There's two of you. You got to watch both angles.
Yeah.
Cover going
And
on.
once they got the angle determined, with
I'm assuming-
the first death, it was
Yeah.
just up to gunplay at that point.
Vandals on a save round here,
Yeah,
kind of
and they-
playing in a clump.
They looked mid early, and now
They
CBC is
had-
reaggressing.
Yeah, they had the read correct, but did not stay long
Diabolic
enough.
and Lofttech. Peek's a little crazy there, but
You're telling me you don't peek with the sheriff against Vandals?
I would.
was the fact that he got shot at before he peeked. And
That
then
is
peeked
true.
anyway.
Yeah, that is fair.
And now he hears them in noodles. I don't know if it's still called noodles. I'm calling it noodles.
Noodles.
Ramen shop.
It should be noodles. I think it's still
Called
noodles.
mid-bottom?
Those things are never right.
It's noodles. I stand by it. 4 players out on the B side, and it's
That is
empty.
a free site for
The
CBC.
Vandals will have a 5v5 retake available. Nailed sailing
planted.
in. Headshot out from Young Chicken.
Dohyun taking that PCUV.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
she's
big
taking
hitter
out
hits the
Fricolo?
ground. Now in a 3v3. The Skydog is going to go in for information. Spots the Cypher, doesn't spot the breach backside either.
That should be Viper going down. Yep.
Viper down. Now it's just Diabolic.
Has it?
Did require...
He
yeah.
does take down Salit though.
Triple peak. The Vandals did almost make that look like it could have happened.
It did look doable there.
And
for
then
sure.
it all just kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
The results though weren't awful, to be honest. Taking
No.
3 of them down with a sheriff up, like
Yeah, it'll hopefully make their eco a little bit worse, but they have kind of stacks all day.
I do hate
especially
to bring it
especially
up.
to-
The newest member of the varsity squad has yet to get a kill. 5 rounds in, and he is 0-5.
David, what are you doing?
Give him. He's a duelist. Give him his T side. Give him some time.
That is fair.
He's nervous. That's all it is.
But on the
Was
surface,
information
he
given over that
calm
there was
already.
an A player there, but maybe not great information. 'cause Viper's leading. Cypher's got his cam out. This could be a huge timing for Dohyun.
Looks
So he
away.
does
Lets him.
see them.
This
lets
is
him
actually
up.
a huge timing. He has 4 players on his plate.
Keep shooting.
Oh, so unlucky.
Now they know they have
Oh,
heavens.
Cypher knows
but both-
locations.
Yeah.
Those are also our Omen smokes, which kind of
planted.
hurt Dohyun there.
Last player standing.
Yeah.
Ah,
That could have been actually very good if those Omen smokes didn't go down.
Yeah.
because Dohyun would have killed at least.
He would
He would have had
seen all of
two.
them.
He would have seen him and had at least 2. Cypher-
he almost killed 3 with the smoke.
Yeah, Cypher was already half HP.
There was a big opportunity there.
And
That's the second time we've seen Loftek smokes not
that's another save.
yield around.
That's another save.
Things are not looking great for UI here.
Yeah, and CBC's just building the bank right now. See, the breach is almost max money.
But we have swap next turn, yeah?
No.
No,
Next round. Isn't it
it
on
goes.
7?
No,
No,
it's
it's on
12. 12.
Oh, that's right. In this game, it's best to
Neon running in.
Oh,
She's not able to line it up properly,
Yeah.
and the A site fell again.
Reaction was a bit slow, and every time they get one kill, they know they just have that site for free.
Yeah, CBC is playing this so well. They're every pick they choose.
Okay,
is right.
Dogoon.
My turn.
Okay, so the Clove does get the self-res off, and that nade should kill. Yeah,
Beautiful
David
combination.
gets his
with
first.
Raze
That's man.
grenade.
That's man advantage
but
for
the
the
Viper
Vandals.
smoke is on A.
The Viper ult is on.
Or the
A.
Viper, yeah.
The Vandals could work around this, but it is not going to be easy.
Yeah,
They have to
they're-
play trades here. They all have pistols.
That
Last
Oh,
player standing.
does get
Okay.
two, but smoke goes down.
Enemy remaining.
Loftek
Let's
with the
go.
Sheriff able to find the headshot and hold the
On
round
an
out for his
eco
team.
round, they won.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dohyun also had the 3K there, which really brought him back into this round.
Thanks for the follow, Arkurshi.
Or Gurish.
Rishi?
Gurish.
Rish?
Yeah.
No, that's Kurishi. There's 2 eyes.
Gurishi.
Yeah.
Not Gur.
So the
Gurshi.
Vandals make it a one-round game.
Kind of a hard name.
But a cool one.
We still don't know
Wonder
the
where that
rules
comes
of this, if they're doing play out. or
Yeah, I
not,
have no
but
idea. It could be a best of 3. It could just be a play out. We'll find out
I
a
would
little bit
assume
later
they-
on.
I would assume they do best of 3, because in my mind, that just makes more sense than a
It
play
also
out.
it also makes more sense to me, but what do I know?
Shooters.
That is true, but
Well, but what would you actually know with your validated opinion on matters such as these?
that's no, guess nothing.
Now it's Diabolic passive holding down this A site.
Diabolo.
It might be difficult. There is 2 of them there.
They are backing
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
they
they're
grab
backing
that
out.
ult point.
Or
And
they're
they are
gonna go
leaving.
for a mid push.
Heading back towards mid. Dohyun is still here. David as well nearby.
Drop in a smoke. Ores and ores emitting.
Oh, able to find the head through the smoke. That's his second of the round.
And
Young
they get
Chicken
it.
able to return it though.
Get it right back.
Like that'll give them the advantage they need to hold off these points.
Maybe.
David, nade in
I
hand.
mean, they
Could
also
be
have
huge.
Cypher ult here.
That could be a big nade. Must have bounced off the wall
Yeah.
wrong.
Neon
Ready.
very close.
You know they're
Big
here.
flash. Gonna buy
Oh, that
David
could've
a
been-
little bit of time. He's able to back out off that.
Could have been huge. I think that flash hit all 3 players.
It did.
I guess.
And the second that happened, 4 smokes in
And now they run back the other way.
Oh, okay.
The
Good
Vandals were
excellence.
on the other side of that wall waiting for him.
That was a good turn from Choose
They
to
put them
Find.
into the firing squad.
Yeah, that was very lucky there.
Neon would have had an empty sight on A if he had just gotten that kill. So
These teams seem very even so far.
Yeah,
Scoreline
very
tied
close.
up,
Thanks.
4-4.
It is a bit sad to see that David hasn't gotten his moment to shine yet, because I don't think we can impress it upon people who weren't here for trials enough. David was stomping.
He
Yeah.
was stomping.
it wasn't even close. He was top frag every game they played by like 5 or 6 kills.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
kind of popping off.
I think he had like an average KD of 3.5. He was top fragging like more than 3 people put together. He was going absolutely nuts.
I still got faith in him.
Neon
Neon ult.
Yeah, comes out. Oh, David not able to control it there. Dohyun
Very-
lines him up. 3 kills.
And does take
And the
out
spike.
Neon ult. All they have to do is watch over diffuser, and they are
Can't
good as
really
gold.
hold it because of this smoke. But as soon as it fades, they'll know.
Last
Hyun,
player
can you make it?
standing.
Delicate. Now the last player for CBC. And
Did you
Dohyun
get
with
that
the
through the
4K.
smoke? Sorry, through
No.
the flash?
No, he
He-
was
yeah,
he was
he was.
partially blind, but not really.
I've just
It was far enough away.
This whole game has just been a back and forth of teams making mistakes.
Yeah, and
the other
Dohyun and
team-
Cheese.
Yeah, they're capitalizing on it,
It is
lining
good-
up for him.
It is good to see that both teams are capable of saying, "Oh, they clearly did something wrong here. We can take this."
Yeah,
back."
yeah, and they
Sweep the
capitalized
ring.
on it.
And we do have all 5 ults up here, so this should be...
They better use at least something this round.
I don't know. They've had Cypher ult for a round and a half already.
That one's a little weird to use, though. You have to get a kill and be able
He's
to get to the
he's
body.
also already used it once.
That is true. But you know what we haven't seen? Razor.
Another fast A. That's what we have seen.
Ray's ult. Full blind there. They don't
Nice.
clear backside. Gets
Double
2
kill
out of
here.
it.
Diabolic.
Blinded.
Flashes breach off the angle.
Raise rocket.
Oh,
Through the
Joe's gonna be able
smoke.
to spam him down. This is clinical from the Vandals. Not giving him anything right now. The Boombot's gonna
Oh,
make
it
sure
almost
they're
took
still
down.
there.
They don't have to
They're
push.
having to go through so many utilities. here.
She's got a little aggressive.
I think Dohyun is as well.
They have bomb.
Big flash, but it blinds his own teammates too.
They have one in alleyway left.
Oh.
Dohyun,
And the
another
Vandals
3K.
sweep
They
them off
almost
the
they
board.
almost lined up for him.
Yeah. That flash would have been absolutely perfect if the wall stayed up for another half second.
Yeah, it was a good play. I think they may have gotten a little bit over aggressive and confident. They had bomb fully.
They could have just held bomb. They didn't need to push that, but
It worked
you know,
out in
maybe
the
they're
end.
just trying to make these games quick.
It worked out. It worked out in the end.
Dohyun up to 17 and 8
Yeah, Dohyun is having a great game.
in 10
Absolutely.
rounds of play. That is crazy.
But wasn't Dohyun also their typical top fragger last season as well?
He
Yes.
was very good.
He was, but that's still almost 2 kills around. I think in the past 3 rounds he's gotten 10 kills alone.
Rector Spock with the 7-month Prime sub.
Shout
We
out.
absolutely love it.
Anyone else? Do you also have Amazon Prime?
Best director we got.
He is the best director we got.
Diabolic not able to get double up like he did in the previous.
The spray going just
And
a
now
wee bit
David
wide.
tested again. Ricolo takes him down.
Yeah, David just not
Three.
having the luck in these one-on-one duels.
Yeah, it might be nerves playing as his first official match. Or I guess scrim.
Dohyun clearly unaffected though. He is ready for this.
Yeah, he is. Playing against his old team, I believe.
He is playing against his old team.
Oh, was Dohyun from CBC?
He is from CBC, I believe.
Because I know I recognize some of the CBC names from the last time I went against them.
Yeah.
I think there is a couple new players. I'm not sure 100%. I didn't cast any of the games, but
That was a slick dodge.
Seemed a little extra, if you ask me.
he was
could've just
he was
walked.
nervous of the someone holding for it.
Yeah.
But
But he also jumped
is a
further
fair-
into it. That's going to be another round win for CBC. Everyone should get out of that.
6-5.
Yeah.
I think the Vandals might have enough recon for a decent buy here.
They should be fine. They won 3 in a row. So
Yeah.
they should have some money built up. I can't see it. 'cause
Last round before the switch.
the overlays, but yeah, they have enough money.
They will be having a full buy for this final round. Oh, kind of a full buy.
Loftek can cover
Yeah, no, they're
David's
good.
gun.
They got a full buy for this final
I
round.
will point out, opping still is not very big in our teams.
No, we don't have anyone that really
Even the
opts.
teams that we play against, there's like no one that opts.
I think it's
Ops?
because
I
the
don't know.
sheer accuracy the players already have, so where rate of fire is also such an important metric rather than just being able to one-tap. As long as they can, as long as they reach for heads, it doesn't matter if it's the op or if it's the Vandal.
That is true, but an op is still better in those situations, at least holding like these long-range fights.
Yeah.
Especially for 8-point.
But ops could just not be meta in Valorant.
I don't know. I don't watch pro play.
I don't watch
Something
or
else I want
play.
to point out: if you guys looked at the ping earlier, Loftek and Dohyun have almost triple the ping of everyone else.
Jeez. They are playing from their own homes.
Oh, we got.
Yeah, maybe
We're
they need
getting
to
some
upgrade their
fun
internet.
ults to come out. here.
Finally, the Raze ult comes out, not
Does
able to get
get one.
anything. Does do a ton of damage to the Viper. Now the Sky ult as well. He's able to get him on the retreat.
They saved every ult for this.
Absolute chaos in the field.
One enemy remaining.
Clove, not a chance.
They hunted Clove down with prejudice.
And now it's just on Cypher. Bombs on site.
That is a...
We'll see if
They
the
know
Vandals
he's here.
overstep again.
They're ulting bomb, they're holding it.
They
Might-
need
might
to.
check it out.
They know they can get a bit aggressive here with this Viper ult.
They're all
They
playing.
are-
They're lined
Viper.
up.
Oh, that
They-
is so
There's a shot
lucky.
through the darkness.
That was a push that I did not like.
I did not like that
Having
either.
all 3 of them push up into that
Switching
tiny little
sides.
hallway.
It just made it so easy to pick them off with
Yeah,
the
if he
AoE
had
effects
just
they had on their
wildly
team.
sprayed through it, he could have found
He could have
both
gotten
players.
somebody.
Yeah.
That was a bit scary. That is a 7-5 half in favor of the Vandals, though.
Which isn't too terrible. Not too terrible.
Not bad at
I
all.
don't think split is a very heavy-sided for either.
Not sure.
The clear strategies are established for both events. For both events.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
this point.
I don't really know. It's been
It-
too long since I played split.
You either hard rush B or you do slow push through A to get line of sight from ramp.
Yeah, I think that was our biggest problem on defense. They would just give A every time.
Yeah.
CBC was able to
you
take
can't
it
do.
so quickly.
Because that's where you're strongest on that side of the
Ooh,
map.
and CBC double pushing garage right now. Maybe just going for the ult point, but
2 Vandals are holding for this, though.
they're holding for it.
Toxins
And the
going
Neon
up.
did make a footstep.
Do they expect it? They do. A
They do.
trade.
For one trade.
Daily trade.
Now fast mid,
Pelican.
but
They
from
don't clear behind.
Oh no!
Clove doubles up.
Freakalo getting a
Freakalo.
double there, making sure to cover their teammate.
That's a
up
huge
in
stun.
balcony.
Both players caught in it.
Remaining.
Right click still terrible as always. That
Freakalo was
was
going for the knife there. I will point that
yeah,
out.
that was a quick
Yeah.
round.
All the
CBC.
action happened immediately. That was
Yeah.
not drawn out. In the
They made quick work of that one.
They don't want to drag this out either.
Well,
Well, I
They're-
assume
they're
we're going for a
respectful of
second
our
match,
time.
So.
well, them winning more just means it's just keeping us even.
That's true. It's true.
Keeping
we
this
still
game
do have
longer.
point lead, yeah.
See Dohyun buying up a sheriff second round. He's confident in his aim right now.
At this rate, we're not even going to find out if it's a play out or not. They could just get exactly to where they need to be.
Yeah.
That is true.
If it goes 12-12 and it ends, then it was play out. If it goes
true.
overtime, then
Young Chicken takes out Dohyun early. 3 CBC players.
yeah, they know all 3 of them are here. They should speed up B, but
They push into that smoke again.
bombs down in sewers and then re-aggression. David does have a sheriff. He picked it up off Dohyun's body.
Gets the tap onto Freakalo.
Wait, no, he didn't. Did David buy the sheriff?
He might have. Started down.
If it was
standing.
David's choice, that is bold, considering his track record is not holding up.
Who
for
puts
the
money on
match.
David?
I think he gets one more.
You think?
I think David could get
I think he gets. Never mind, he gets blinded.
Not if he gets blinded.
Unless that happens.
I was,
that was
gonna
a-
say I
an
think he
immediate
dodges the
tap.
blind and then kills the neon, and then it didn't.
There was
work
no
out that way.
reaction for that blind. Stared
There was
straight
nothing
into
he
it.
could do.
Look away.
Yeah, he could have turned the flash.
Well, I meant once the flash was out.
Well, yeah, no.
like-
Once the flash hit him, he was done for.
Obviously, he could have just avoided the flash, but
That's what we were saying. He just kind
Here.
of stared at it,
is that the sun? Oh, I'm blind now.
took it all in, took it all in. What are you sipping on over there?
I'm sipping one of the greatest drinks known to
Behind me.
mankind. Monster Energy, a sponsor of the esports organization over here. They do great work and they help the students stay wired and awake. for
Wired
both-
and awake.
Yep, for both their games and for their studies, and we love that they support us.
Best
Yeah.
energy drink around.
Yeah, I don't even like energy drinks, and I love Monster.
So we have a tech pause, I think. 'Cause we are stuck at
It's-
2 seconds.
Yeah, they gotta be. I'm like, no one's moving.
That's what I was like. I thought we were just taking one of the
no, it's just our OBS crashing. Don't worry about
what
it.
we call a French timeout in the Counter Strike scene.
I was about to say. I'm like,
Actually,
I was
Yeah.
about to say they're really
Huh.
just playing this one slow.
It's called a French timeout because of a pro
PCUV's
team.
still playing and holding this angle. I don't think he realizes they're on a pause, but
he's
Yeah.
like, why is nobody else moving on the map?
he's still holding that angle. He's ready for it.
Yeah.
Man has this entire scene simulated in his mind.
I guess. While we have this time, we can also thank our other sponsors, Ziply Fiber, fast fiber internet.
Yeah.
I don't know
Maybe-
the whole readout.
It's fast, cheap, reliable internet for most of the northwestern states. They have great low rates for students specifically at their website of www.ziply.com/students. So if anybody needs reliable service, give them a call.
Yeah.
Plan
Maybe
starting at 10.
Dohyun and Diabolic should invest.
would
in
definitely
Yeah,
Ziply
they should.
Fiber.
They should get
They're
Ziply
up there
Fiber.
at like 75 ping. and
Fix that
60
ping problem.
Maybe that's their issue.
I don't know.
They're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Well,
imagine
their
what
ping's
Dohyun
not.
could
They're not-
do with
their ping's
less
not.
ping.
No free promo. Sponsored not by water.
water
I don't-
bottle.
I was gonna say something
and
that probably
Hydro
wasn't
Flask is on.
appropriate.
Water bottle.
Also a water bottle.
Water's overrated. Drink caffeine.
That's fair.
Don't only drink caffeine. That is not suggested by me in any regard.
Or do. Or do.
No.
The choice is yours.
We're also on tech pause right now.
Yeah, we're on a
Don't
tech
know.
pause.
Don't know for what. Have they said anything in chat? Oh, David crumbling under the pressure.
Look at this guy.
High ping Ant can't stay in the game. Ziply could fix that though.
Yes, boss.
Sounds good, boss man. We
Thank
always
you,
have fun.
mini boss.
Sounds good, mini boss. Mini boss.
Why do you call him mini boss? He's bigger than both of me.
Well, he's mini boss.
He's mini boss.
Because you know who boss is?
Yeah.
Director Spock. That's boss.
But wouldn't that make mini boss vice director?
Well, he's our boss.
He's our second up.
So he's our mini boss.
So he's our mini boss. Instead of our big boss.
Big boss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's big boss and there's mini boss.
Like when you're playing a game and
Yeah.
you end up playing, you fight a mini boss instead of a main boss.
It's like Elden Ring.
Yeah.
When you're going to fight Malekith. But it's actually
You
a
fight Mog?
draconic tree sentinel.
Yeah, and he's just like, and you're like,
And I lose to that thing more than I do Malekith.
I can't relate.
Ah, what a shame.
Shout out.
I cannot relate. Malekith makes me
I
wanna put my
can't
head through
relate
a wall.
either. I've only played Demon Souls and Dark Souls. I haven't played
Hello,
all the three.
gamers. Could you read that gamer tag for me?
Cage triggered. They found my wife.
You know what? I think we should
starting.
let him be on to it for the
Oh,
for
gameplay
this time.
is starting.
Oh, there we go.
We are
Did they
into
get
this one
back?
very quickly.
Finally
David
back.
is here.
Vandals pushing towards mid and B site. Taking it very slow now.
But hello to you too, Jets. Look, it had to be said at some
Nah,
point.
you got it. You got it. That's good.
It's a good name, actually.
Trades going back and forth.
I won't say the full name, but I respect it.
Looking like they're going to be going for this B site.
Maybe the reason David hasn't been able to perform was some sort of tech issue. That was probably
Gotta be
Oh,
it.
clean headshot from Diabolic.
Diabolic.
And able to empty out the B site.
That is a free
Vandals
B
have a
site.
free plant.
Okay, they
eyes are
have
down.
The
vision
camera
from
is
Cypher
there.
camera.
Yeah, they spotted out the players,
That
but
camera is high.
yeah. I don't know how he threw it that hard. But
Maybe he went for a jump shot.
what is that?
That's Mayo.
That's LeMayo.
Oh, LaMayo. I'm like, why is someone putting Mayo in our
Laughing
chat?
my Mayo off.
David going for some jiggle peeks into heaven. Did get spotted out. Now CBC, all four players are going to have to drop out of the smoke. Off the flash. Here they go.
They don't clear
Last
corner.
player standing.
David gets one.
Dokun
Dokun
is
gets
not
one.
allowing Chicken to be able
Now
to.
it's just
walk me
Telekit.
on ult.
One tap.
One
They just
bullet.
have to keep line of sight. There we go.
Ooh, the running gun gets
Loft-
him.
Yeah.
Telekit
Loft
went
tech
for
with
the
Phantom.
risky gamble.
Risky reels, like from Fortnite.
Like from Fortnite. Shout out Fortnite.
No,
Shout out Fortnite.
not from Fortnite. No.
It is from Fortnite, though.
No.
It is. You love Fortnite.
Yeah, I play so much Fortnite.
Speaking of Fortnite,
We have a Fortnite tryouts today.
do we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we do.
Along with Overwatch, Madden, and something else.
I know at
Street
least
Fighter.
one person who's gonna
You
be at
are
tryouts.
late if you are just hearing this and you didn't realize, but if you want to show up still, you're only 45 minutes late. You still could have a chance
You
on the
could
team.
still be on the Fortnite team.
So go
Just
ahead
saying.
and show up.
I do know one person in particular who's going to be part of that team.
Fortnite?
Yeah.
What about Overwatch?
It'll be our mini boss.
We need 2 more people.
We do need 2 people for Overwatch.
No way is Mini Boss
is your call to arms.
interested in Fortnite.
Yeah, he's never played it.
He's never played Fortnite.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But he's the GOAT.
Eli is probably the person who's gonna be at the Fortnite.
Yeah.
Probably. Vandals pushing
Are
mid
none
yet
of them-
again.
Okay, okay. For a second
Off
there,
tech does
none of them
teleport
were
past, but
watching.
it's heard.
Poison's off.
His timing could.
Some cheese holding close in the smoke.
Just threw a quarter through the screen
They
out of
don't
He
him.
see
spotted
each
the gun.
other.
He spotted the gun 100%.
Yeah.
Some cheese
Poison orb remaining.
coming through.
Oh, that was a
clean
nasty play.
headshot. Now Clove on the B site. Are the Vandals going to clear it, though? They don't look ready. They're not at all.
Enemy remaining.
Freakalo doubles up again and a 3K.
Oh my lord.
Messy round from the Vandals
Yeah,
there.
that was messy.
They
It
were
was kind
caught
of a low
straight
buy.
lacking.
Also, given that one tap onto some cheese, the
Luck.
bullet that hit him was mid flick.
Yeah.
He was aiming this way and it just went right into his head.
You
Yeah.
got lucky with the RNG from the recoil.
Yeah, like I watched that bullet hit him before his flick even finished.
But it's 8-8 now. Both teams are matched up.
It is tied up.
It
Very
looks
even
like
teams.
the Vandals are going for a half buy.
22 and 13 for Dokun.
Yeah, and they're not dropping him a rifle. That is
David.
crazy.
That is a
Sometimes
kind
you
of a
have
crazy
to.
decision.
Sometimes you have to swallow your pride and give your
I
teammate
think
a gun.
Dohyun's just chilling with his sheriff.
But if he's having a game, let him
Yeah.
have a game.
Oh, and he's gonna get caught out right here. Push
Yep.
from PC.
Oh,
Okay, he
but
does.
him for PC, that isn't terrible.
The trade does come through.
I guess it's a good thing he did not have
We
the
know Freakalo's here.
gun.
The stun comes out. Diabolic does get the kill.
I feel like this
Didn't-
Clove always has an ult.
Last player
I mean-
standing.
And now it's
Frikolo
just
has
Cheese.
been,
Down
I
mid.
think, top fragger.
I think
for-
they've been doing pretty good.
Cheese
They've
did
been
find a
doing
hard
great.
timing all the way through vents, so and he
He
hears
really
this
did.
Cypher. Oh, he's looking now.
Cypher versus Cypher.
Yeah.
Why
No.
does he check that?
So
He
we
had
had-
the angle.
Yeah, so
That's
he could
crazy.
see way before some Cheese could.
Unfortunate. CBC now takes the lead.
Yeah, up around. Just
Up
three more
around
for them to
and
close it.
way better econ. This is going to be a
Yeah, the
rough
Vandals have
position
a
to recover
save.
from.
This is pretty much a done round.
And yet they're all buying sheriffs and partial shields.
Yeah,
That
they
might
should
be a
have
bit
enough
too
money.
much.
They should have enough money to buy. I assume they thought about this.
They're not going to make that dumb of a mistake.
It tells them how much money they will have. So if they don't buy next round, I'm questioning everything.
Oh, that's an interesting spot for camera.
Yeah, lets him see down the main hallway.
I didn't think there was a spot on those pillars that you were allowed to shoot there.
Among
Some cheese.
us.
He's on this alert, but CBC's been all over mid. Every play that the Vandals have tried to take mid on has just not worked.
I wouldn't say that. They've pushed mid a few rounds and gotten through to that B site.
But it wasn't as consistent as we'd like
No.
it to be.
Oh,
Okay.
let's find the
Oh.
one.
Cage triggered.
And
Runs
Viper's
through and
not able
does
to hit
get
the
taken down
trade.
by PCB.
Gets lucky. Dragged Viper away a little bit from this
He's
A
just-
site.
He's just buying time at this point. Neon coming up the rope.
Vandals
looking for
flanking
it.
around.
He wasn't.
Panic opens the camera. Okay, I was
I'm
gonna say
surprised they didn't
he,
kill him earlier.
He almost saw himself die.
Yeah, I thought he died. When
I
he
did
dropped
too,
off
honestly.
camera.
the Vandals coming back up vent into
Oh.
the Viper,
Oh.
and he gets
aced.
Why did they come back to B?
I don't
They
know. They could have just
had-
ran for point.
How did they not get a trade out of that though?
Oh my lord.
That was 4 in a row.
He's popping off.
Viper just cleaned up house right there. All 5.
Viper just took top of the leaderboard. That one now 21 and 12.
Yeah, pockets that ace right now. That
That's
was
crazy.
messy from the Vandals.
That was a bad round. It was their partial buy, but still should have been a
was
trade
on that,
at least.
like Cheese was
Yeah,
on the
like,
alert.
no one
He
was taken
got
down
one.
in exchange for
Cheese
that.
gave him an opening.
And that pulled the Viper out of vents. They was literally just Viper on the A side of the map.
They're wanting to push this B site too much.
Look, David, hear me out. Do a double pack charge into the front line. Just completely bamboozle them.
He
He is
they're already
close.
doing it. They're
He's
already-
close.
CBC is doing the same thing the Vandals are. They're giving this A side away for free.
Yeah,
Like
Frikolo.
nobody was watching
bomb
the
site.
alleyway.
Bomb site just now going down.
The Cypher Kim spotted out David. He was in such a powerful position. He does have his ult. If he decides to pop
It
it,
could
Just
be
pop it
huge
and run
here.
around
he could
corner.
pop it and blast pack out, but I don't think he's going to. I think he's just going to gun out fight, and here they come.
Gets
Is able
one.
to get one. That's good.
He takes down
I know
Frikolo. That's good to hear.
exactly where
Hills come through the smokes.
Coming through the smoke.
Oh,
Not
he
ready
didn't
for
see
some
him.
cheese. Now it's just Neon and
They
Breach. Both
we have people's positions.
positions known because of the Cypher ult. Tapping
Bye-bye.
away. Young Chicken finds the head of Delgyun. Now sliding in.
Player
Oh,
Cheese does get the kill.
play together here, and they got this win.
Breach
Some
coming
cheese
in.
gets-
He's dead.
Oh, he's gonna be taken down.
Flashed
They
off
have
from
timing.
Diabolic. Yeah.
That
Diabolic
is-
should win this. He shouldn't cheat. Okay.
Yep, that is a round win.
Fantastic.
A little bit scary there.
Unfortunately, they do lose their Vandal, but at least they got the win.
Yeah,
I think they don't have enough for a
Around.
full buy, but
Yeah, they have light armor. That's really rough from the Vandal side.
yeah.
yeah,
They may have
especially for
won.
9-10.
They may have won,
They
but
won, but they
They
got
won the
let.
battle, but they're losing the war.
yeah.
I don't know if it's the same as CS, but that happens in CS. If you're on a loss streak
Give
and then you win a
Dohyun
round,
the rifle. Why?
This battle of attrition is just not going in our favor here.
David.
Dohyun has had a
Give it.
rough half so far.
Yeah, but even
He was at
then.
20 at
Given
the turn of the,
the
half.
whole team has had a rough half.
True.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Good smoke.
Oh, that's not.
Oh, the breach. Oh, clean headshot.
Did you guys also see that Viper smoke?
No, I didn't.
Bounced off the border. And you cannot pick it up anymore.
Go, go,
So
go.
it's just a failed smoke gone for the round.
Poison's off.
Good nade? No? Wait, where'd that nade land?
I think
I have
it,
no
I think it
idea.
hit the crate.
I thought it was landing on top of the box.
I think it hit the front of the crate and bounced back.
Unlucky. Frikolo doubles up on the B side. Bomb spotted. Cheese on the
Oh,
lurk.
gee,
Not
what
able
was
to
that?
get the kill.
That had to have just been a messy spray.
Yeah, it was.
He was just trying to get whatever he could.
There was a good 3 to 5 bullets shot before they even
Alright.
turned around.
Now, this is doable. Look at the HP.
Yeah.
CBC, 2 players are sitting on like a total of 45 HP between the two.
Do the Vandals know
and then
this, though?
Breach.
The CBC knows that the Vandals are there. They cannot push for you.
Dohyun does
that was a
find it
beautiful shot.
through the edge of the wall.
Yeah, they gotta be careful. They gotta stop peeking these with this low HP.
Especially with Young Chicken within the Venom.
30 seconds
Viper.
left.
Oh,
They do have
no.
pre-chill for retake.
One enemy
He's able to get his one.
What is he
player
doing?
Okay.
Now it's a 1v1 on
David
David.
just ults. Yep.
He's scared.
You should be.
He's get it out of his hands. Stinger not able to get the job done.
That was so free.
We respect the attempt, David. We respect it.
It was a good
Unfortunately,
try.
It did not work.
I don't know what else you do differently. Maybe get a little bit more aggro with that ult.
Yeah, he
Well,
did
he
it just
tried,
to
but they
buy
kept walking
time.
around. each other.
I also don't know if he knew that he dropped down from heaven.
I think he did because he kept
His
he kept
teammate
his
died
aim
to him.
level. He kept his aim level down on the first floor rather than looking at the second.
Diabol
Did he?
or Dohyun died to him after he dropped
Yeah.
down ladder. So
Oh, that is true. That
as
is
long
true.
as that comm came across, he should have known he was on
I
site.
think if they fired ult slightly faster, especially since they were going for blind for breach, they would have
Yeah.
enough time to react. But
Yeah, I didn't like the lurk out of smoke from Dohyun out of his ult.
No.
Freak
Hey.
below.
Yikes.
Drops David immediately.
Got really aggro on this.
David
A
does
site.
find or Dohyun found a trade in mid, but it
but
gets
then
traded
Saliz
back.
takes
and-
down
yeah.
Dohyun. That is
Now
not
their
worth
only
it.
aggression is
Oh,
on
and they're
the A.
using Cypher ult. They are guaranteeing this round.
I know where they are.
All three, and the Vandals
I
continue
see
to push
why you're
forward.
hiding.
That's my Telekitty.
Drop in a smoke.
What is that?
He's probably talking about his Telekit in this game, aka Telekit.
Some Cheese does find the headshot as he comes through the smoke. Young Chicken trades it back. And now
3v2.
the Vandals don't know this, but the
Not
B site's empty. If they just go
possible
vent, they
odds.
can get to B.
I've got your trail.
That ult will tell them. One of them's going flank. Yeah, Diabolic
Yep,
pieces it
they're
together.
running for it immediately.
Yep,
They're going.
That is a great tell.
CBC isn't running immediately.
Now this is a free
They're-
bomb plant.
Okay, we see the ult come out.
They're so far. This is gonna buy so much time.
Then all they have
30
to do is watch this
seconds left.
alleyway in Haven.
Spike planted.
Now they're finally rotating over. If Loftek can get good positioning, he's in an okay spot. Cypher is coming through sewers. He's gonna, if they run up heaven, he's gonna turn around. And that is the opposite of what you want, because Cypher is coming up flank.
Interesting
Hold
position
it
for
as-
Clove to be
Oh
in.
no.
He hears him.
But the Cypher.
He's not gonna check
he's not
for it.
looking both corners.
He turns!
Wait a minute.
Oh my
Loftek, you can't do that.
No.
You can't do that, Loftek. No.
Diabolic, it's playing for
Okay.
him. Okay, play
Can
time.
he buy
here.
time? Can he buy time?
He has to stick. He has to stick. He knows.
One enemy.
Gets the kill!
Beautiful
Oh
work.
my god.
Fantastic.
Oh
work.
my
God. goodness.
Fantastic.
I can't say that was fantastic.
No.
Loftek,
Okay. Not
that
what
was
Loftek
horrible.
Did.
That is both the best clip of the
Diabolic.
day and worst clip of the day.
Diabolic.
Diabolic should not have been forced into that position.
Yeah,
but
he was
cleaned
able to
it up
clean it up.
with what he had.
It was very lucky. He
boy.
he swung out of that and just got that last tab of his pistol before he died.
Yeah,
Holy, they're keeping themselves in this
Whew.
game.
barely. They're
Barely.
hanging on by a thread.
Barely keeping themselves in here.
Loftek's not even going for a buy. Okay, there he is.
He was taking a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was wondering what he can buy.
Loftek had to recover.
This round is going to determine whether or not the Vandals are knocked out here. If the Vandals lose here, they're going to
Yeah.
have no economy. Down for round 13.
Watched off the angle. Some Cheese didn't realize that was his teammate coming through the smoke behind
Was
him.
about to just annihilate them.
Yeah,
Oh,
lit
the
up.
spam.
He's
That's so unlucky.
alive.
He's got 1 HP. He's
Yeah,
getting healed up
he
by
survived,
Sky.
but
Luckily, the Sky heal.
these smokes have been the epitome of just the Vandals
Yeah,
getting
the
taken down.
CBC has gotten insanely lucky by spamming through these smokes. So much kill,
Freak
so
Low's
many
gonna
kills,
peek.
so many
Don't peek.
damage.
Freak Low's going to get you guys.
One enemy remaining.
I knew
Oh,
it.
the lineup.
They line up for him.
Found you.
Young Chicken with another 3K.
Honest, the breach is he may not be at the top of his leaderboard,
But his
but he's
utility
getting so
work
much.
is
Yeah.
undeniable.
He's having so much impact with his util.
This is going to be almost a guaranteed win unless the Vandals can pull something out with these pistols.
Yeah,
You never know. David could get a 5K with
He could.
You never
Shares.
know.
He could. Anyone could. Could see him go crazy. I'd love to see it.
I could see you pulling this off.
I could. No, I wouldn't lose these. Even I would never be in this situation. I don't lose games.
Yeah. Don't let it get this close.
Yeah, I would never be this close. See what the Vandals can do out of this one. Pushing mid and B site.
And CBC, again,
I don't know if
has the read. They have
Yeah.
4 players, 1 mid and 3 towards the B site. I guess 2 heaven, but
There's
still.
Freaklow taking down David.
Frigolo is
Another
just
smoke
everywhere. Spray gets damage onto Loft Tech.
Yeah. Not much in return.
Cypher just picked that up and then put it back.
You're having fun with it.
All
I
of
think
the
they.
Vandals
I think it was a misclick.
stuck in noodles.
No,
3
You know, it
players
really
on
feels
CBC
like
holding.
on this round in particular, the roles are reversed because they cannot leave that spot.
No.
Oh, Doku got
Doku.
Freakaloon.
Did he get that
Freaklow.
through a smoke?
Through a smoke, through a wall, just tapped him out.
Okay, Freaklow's down for good.
Piccolo does get that trade for himself.
Yeah, holds
Can
back.
they get Telikit?
Hellkit's low.
Oh, didn't check angles.
Spike down mid.
Viper flank, able to take him down.
Shores, that's crazy.
Yeah, and now the aggression coming out from
Remaining.
CBC, it's just
Doki-
diabolic.
Okay, Doki went down. No.
Tapped out. It is play out.
Looks like they're playing
so
out
we
the
got
rounds.
one more round.
2.
It was a very close game.
I'm out
Not
of here.
1.
Honestly, this is going way better than previously. If I recall, it was what 5 or 6 to 13 last time.
I have no idea.
I remember when we
All I
did
know is that Young
BSU.
Chicken was absolutely destroying.
Yeah.
I remember when we played BSU's JV team.
We'll see.
This goes
It's
here.
no longer a battle of money now. Everyone has 100 grand.
I just realized, yeah, they have max money.
Everyone gets to play out this final round with
Hear me
max
out.
money.
10 Odins.
Hey, it's possible.
Nah, nobody's dumb enough to do that.
Foolish.
Some cheese was able to get one in mid. And a lot of the Vandals up and ramp. Freakalo going again. Doubles up
Rico almost
somehow.
getting a triple
Down
there.
A.
You need that insta trade.
Watch out.
See the cycle
bomb
coming
drops.
out.
Gohyun
CBC
fighting
control
alone.
the bomb.
And the Viper out.
They're gonna be
Viper coming
watching.
out.
They're gonna be
They're
watching
watching
events.
for it.
Remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
You
was.
can't do this, Loft. This is not the way.
They're all watching him right here. Oh, this is so
Yeah,
unfortunate.
there's not much he can do. He has to come up. He has plenty of time if he were to look around.
Yeah,
They
nothing
hurt
he
him.
could do there.
They can just cover that.
Defenders
That was
Yeah.
a messy second half from the
It's
Vandals.
very messy.
I
They're-
thought that round was gonna look promising with them taking out Reach so quickly, but
I won't take all the flack onto the Vandals. CBC just
They
played
did-
their half very well. They were just reading them every single time.
The smoke
Specifically-
spams were crazy.
Yeah.
They were
I-
stacking the right sites, the right locations. They were just getting. They were doing well.
I know they're on the bottom of the CBC team, but Telekit's influence cannot be understated. His
100%.
smokes, his flashes, they were so on point that it just made the Vandals unable to move for any point that he was at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
his
the
stuns.
smokes were crazy, and he was just winning his gunfights.
He is what enabled Freakalo and PCUV to pop off.
Yeah.
They were popping off.
And the Vandals, honestly, the big takeaway I would say from just watching the game as an analyst, I would say work on your trades because there was multiple instances. Jesus, having a stroke.
Where they should have been able
Where
to
they
take down at
should have
least
had
one
an instant
person.
trade and there wasn't.
I like.
Especially for the 5K that got dropped.
Yeah, but that one, they all had sheriffs, but it still should have been traded.
Yeah.
I think I like their changes they've made for roles wise. It gives it a little bit more variety, and I think they were playing them fairly well.
Yeah.
Their T side, they were just battling economy and just being red everywhere they went.
I think if David had a better game on that duelist, it would have been
Yeah.
Yeah.
closer. Or
But you
maybe
can already
even
start to
further
see
apart
some
if
of the
Vandals won.
potential here. Their team is operating at a much better level than they were previously.
Yep.
I think they just need to iron out some of the kinks that are with the new comp and trying to get used to the new communication with the players that weren't here before.
Yeah, I don't think you take it as a bad thing because CBC just played very well.
I would also
CBC's
like
been
to
running
see.
that comp for what, a year and a
Yeah.
half
Yeah.
already.
Are we doing another one? Okay.
So
I would
let's do
also
three
like
of
to
them.
see that when Cheese goes for that lurk, if he's sticking on playing the Sentinel, when he goes for that lurk in mid and on split, like he gets a kill, but the team's mind is already made up. They're going A. There's 4
Yeah.
of them there. They're going A. Unless he gets 2 or 3 kills in mid and he clears out the B site, that's when you rotate. But that's when that ace round happened. Is he went mid, he got a kill, and then all of them took vents up to back to B.
when they could have just
when they
stuck
could have
onto
just
point.
taken A.
It seems
it
like
was
they
just Cypher.
they have a problem with once they set the plan, they lock in on it. They
Yeah.
need to be able to pivot and switch it up
Yeah.
mid-round.
Well, and it's not necessarily always a bad idea to be able to commit to a play, but that was just too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just gotta be able to know what's like change it up at the moment and not just stick to it.
I think there was also a lot of times that they could have found more openings than they did, but
Yeah,
But for beginning out,
it was a
not-
decent
not the
game,
worst. Yeah.
all things considered.
yeah.
Especially in the early game, they were starting to get really, really good like rotations, getting good picks off early in the match.
Yeah,
Just overall, I think CBC was just starting to get into their groove, and
Yeah,
once they
they
hit
were
it,
hitting
they
good
just
shots.
stopped losing.
and we are doing another game, I believe.
That does appear to be the plan, as from what I can tell.
I believe this
But
will
I
be.
am not.
Yeah, this will be all we have for
I'm
sticks.
heading out. Best of luck, you guys. Best of luck to the Valorant team.
Go
See you
kick
guys
butt on,
next time.
go kick butt on CS.
ESEA game, baby. Number 2.
For those of you who don't know, he's absolutely goated at shooters. He could beat all 10 people in Valorant at once if he needed.
I very highly doubt that, but I would love to
That's
see
how
it.
much. That's how much I believe in his.
Hey,
capabilities.
Sticks. You left your water. That's mine.
I was just gonna, I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna hook it at him.
That still would have been funny. What is this second map looks like we're going into? I can't see it.
Hey, dude, you thirsty?
Pearl.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'll be interesting. I haven't played a whole lot of Pearl.
I think I at
It
least
is-
know Pearl.
It is not a map I am particularly fond of.
I like it better than Sunset. I hate
Really?
Sunset because I've only ever played it like twice.
Sunset isn't a particularly popular map, so I get it.
It's the one we almost lost in the decathlon. It's very close. Didn't though.
That is true. What was it? You guys won by one round at the very end.
I think so. Yeah.
It was awesome watching your guys playing off the decathlon.
Yeah.
It is kind of a shame that the other FPS events got canceled.
I mean, we
And some
still
of the other
had
events. Yeah,
Overwatch as well.
that is true.
It was good.
I have to say this. Your guys' cheese on Overwatch was so awful to deal with.
What do you mean? There was no cheese.
You guys ran my, and you guys wanted the snow map, and then you hid in the buildings to make sure you could
Hey,
isolate the tank.
Well, that's how we played it with that one character. We also switched it up though. We didn't just stick with the same strat every time because we would have lost. We would have just been countered.
To be fair, you did it against my team,
That is true.
and we did not know how to beat you
We also
guys.
only lost one game,
Just
one round, and that was in the finals against Kaz's team.
Which makes sense because
And-
Kaz's team
but
is really
the
good.
thing that beat us, it beat us pretty good, and then they all switched up their comp, and then lost. Still don't understand that one.
And my strategy worked against everybody but you guys.
Yeah, it just I don't know why they switched. They probably could have beat us if they just stuck with it because we had no idea how to counter it.
I would be really excited for us to have another decathlon event that the staff can be a part of.
Well,
But we
half of
are-
that dream can come true. We do have another decathlon event happening February 1st for anyone that wants to compete.
We'll have games of varying types. I know we have some fighting games, some shooting games, some strategy games. So if you guys are at all interested, let us know.
There's no
We-
longer a decathlon though.
It's a
Hexathlon. There's 6 games.
hexathlon. Yeah,
I don't know if that's actually what it would be called, but there are 6 games.
because Hepta's 7.
You do
So it
need
should be hex.
you need 2 teammates, teams of 3. I believe there is a prize. I won't say what it is because I can't confirm.
It's the same as what we had for our.
I think it is.
At least the way it currently is. I won't specify.
Yeah,
it
I'm
either,
still just-
but
I'm
there
just
is
not-
a prize.
I'm not going to say anything
pretty
about
good.
it that I'm not supposed to because I'm unaware.
I still need to figure out what to do with the one. Because I don't think 100 is enough for hot tub.
No, you cannot get a hot tub with
But a
that.
hot tub stream.
You can get a kiddie pool.
Think about how cool it'd be, hot tub stream.
Where are we putting a hot tub?
Right here where the chairs are. And
I
I'll
don't-
put the chairs in the hot tub.
I don't think you know how big a hot tub is. It's
We'll shove this all the way to the back of the wall, and we'll put the hot tub right here.
a good call.
Block the door. Once you're inside, you don't ever go out.
No one ever leaves again. They're just stuck here. I like that. That's a good idea.
Have to breach through the wall to get out.
Let's make a new door.
Cut it right from the esports room.
Oh, righty. They almost into this game?
They're missing 3 people now. They were missing only 2 earlier.
No, they have everyone.
Oh.
That's us.
Oh,
that's
the
the observers.
observer.
That's the
Okay.
observers.
Sorry, my eyesight.
What are they saying in chat? Ours? That
They're
means
ready?
ready. That means ready.
Fantastic.
In gamer talk, if you didn't know, R means ready.
We should know. We're pretty gay.
We're pretty gamer. Can't argue with that one. I am what they would consider a gamer.
Mega gamer.
I don't know if I'd say I'm a mega gamer, but
I know I am.
Oh.
I spend way too much time on video games.
hey, what you want to do, what you do. Who cares what anyone else says?
And it has been fun
Nerds.
getting to experiment with the new categories and stuff.
Yeah, Omega Strikers.
Omega Strikers was unironically so much fun.
No, I actually enjoyed playing that in the decathlon. It was pretty fun.
It is a shame though that it's dead.
Oh, it's dead. They peak like 400 players a day.
Which honestly isn't that bad for a smaller game.
They've hit 20,000, I think, peak.
Oh,
It was like 19K when I looked.
we love, what is that?
It's a dead game. Maybe I don't know.
That would be 0.2% of
Yeah,
of their peak. Yeah, that's not
It's
great.
rough. It's a little rough.
I was
but
trying to run the calculations in my head.
it's still a pretty fun game if you guys have not played it. I enjoyed it.
As long as I'm not going against him, we're chilling.
I never had to go against him.
It was so bad.
Yeah, that's how I felt in League.
Yeah, to be fair.
Gotta love them throwing in League. You know why your team won?
Because
That
League-
team
Yeah.
twice they threw. Not Overwatch. Smash. They had you beat,
That is true.
but they lost. League. They threw first
And-
game. How'd they
and-
lose?
and-
How'd they lose?
And the one thing that I didn't kind of like is Sam mentioned, "Hey, we shouldn't swap rules halfway through the event," and then she swapped rules halfway through the event for tiebreakers.
Well, that's why we argued it. We're like,
Yeah.
why is it switching now?
Yeah, because that just didn't make any sense.
yeah.
Because otherwise, I like that it helped make it a more even.
Yeah, we got it
competition,
switched back. We
but-
still lost by 1 point.
Yeah,
But if
but
you know,
if you make it so that the tiebreakers don't matter, why did we do them in the first place?
League, dude. League of Legends.
If we do that again, there's 3 things that need to happen. 1, make it so make it so that people have at least done the tutorial ahead of time, because that took way
League
too long.
has already been dropped.
Yeah.
So don't gotta worry about
is,
that.
That is a game where only people who have played it before can really play it.
Yeah, we had to play both powerhouses. We played
Yeah. You played against
your team,
my team,
and then we went to
Chinese
the
team.
losers bracket, and it was them. They stomped us.
yeah.
It wasn't even close.
And the thing is, they lost against the only other team that had previously played League.
Yeah.
Because
And
my good friend Tiger is an absolute degenerate in that game.
we won 1 game, and the team we won against beat us overall because they won 2 league games.
Who were you guys going up against?
We played.
Was it
It was Shadow Figure.
Figures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We beat them, and then they proceeded to win the next 2 after that.
And
We proceeded
honestly,
to lose the next 2.
I think part of the reason those brackets felt particularly unfair is I don't understand why my team, which was guaranteed the event, went against Summer's team first.
I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
Summer's team
Well,
didn't
it
even
was
know how
all-
to use
it was all random.
abilities.
But we
Yeah,
did play your
just-
team
I think
every game.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, you were the main competition.
That
for
is
our
true, but just for randomness, how do we get you every game?
team.
That's
True.
crazy.
And the thing is, we got Summer's team almost every game before,
We got
they
him
had to
once.
leave. Yeah.
Very first game, that was it.
But I don't know. I think if we were able to restructure how the event worked, we'll be a little bit
We
more.
did, and we are.
Yeah.
February 1st, be there, be square. We are into this next game. Pearl, Vandals on the defending side, and CBC attacking.
We're getting 2 Astros out in here. Let's go.
They're kind of sticking to the same rules as last time. We have some cheese on KJ.
I would assume David is not on Raze on this map because that'd be a terrible, terrible idea.
If I had to guess, he's either Jet or Fade.
It would make sense that he'd be playing.
And he's
No,
Breach.
he's playing
and
Breach.
he's Breach.
So is he not the duelist for their team?
I don't know. Who's Jet? Who is the Jet on their team right now?
I would assume Jet is
Loftek.
Loftek.
Hmm.
So Loftek got swapped from utility to duelist. And David got swapped from duelist to utility, huh?
Maybe they're just trying different things out, seeing what'll
Seeing
work.
which roles best
Yeah.
operate for the team.
Which that's it's a good thing. It's a good thing to do in a scrim before season actually starts.
To see what works best, yeah.
Looks like we got a bit of a mid to A push going on here from CBC.
Immediate ult capture. I think Free-Flow is not scared of what is going on here. They are ready.
And they see that person at A and immediately back out.
It looks like they're going to be going down mid here and then probably an alleyway into B.
The Vandals aren't falling for it and are staying locked in at their sites.
I do not think Sumcheese is going to be able to pull off a 1v5 here, but you never know.
He might be able to at least get one.
Should be able to get it.
They are fully stacked up in mid right now. Dog does see him.
What the dog doing?
Dying. They're pushing towards this A site now.
We have alarm bot triggered. Oh, Free-Flow managed to get the headshot off.
Down mid.
David able to find one though. I'll stop calling that. Diabolic goes down.
Interesting.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, no.
It's all down to David. It's a 1v1 on this site. What is going on? The timing? They just ring around the rosies and didn't see each other.
Free-Flow didn't even hear him.
No, I don't think he did. No, he didn't.
He was like, where'd that guy go?
That's crazy. That timing is actually nuts.
He is going to get pincered so hard here if Free-Flow moves even like 10% faster.
He's turning away. There's not a whole lot that David can do here with a pistol. But you never know.
Free-Flow should be able to get the spot soon.
Oh, the
Not
timing
even
was
needed.
almost good. They both looked away.
DCUV getting their second 3K
Yeah.
thus far in the scrim. So that's 4 3Ks from CBC.
DCUV has been doing fairly good in this matchup. And
I would absolutely say so.
we do now know that it is a play out of rounds. So we will be having 24 rounds no matter what. Score
So-
line aside.
Look forward to that, folks.
Is it a look forward to that? It's a good game, then yes.
Yes. If it's not a good game, also look forward to that because you can see some really goofy plays come out.
That is true. You will start seeing some good plays.
Oh, interesting here. Don't do it. Don't do it, Loptech.
Breach util perfectly placed.
I think you need... Maybe if they waited just a half a second sooner for that to come out, they might have been able to save Killjoy. But
That is going to be a free Spectre for the Vandals. I guess not free, but a Spectre nonetheless.
everything's free in a Bardrick system as long as you have a gun.
Well, it's not because they had to trade his life out for that one. Yikes.
Yep. They did not have enough bullets to take down the dog.
No, they did not. CBC rotating towards B. The Vandals read for it. They're going quickly.
See the Prowlers coming out.
CBC's taking it very slow, though. They're giving the Vandals time to rotate in position. Don't know how I feel about this play. Vandals still on pistols, though. Gonna be hard to stop this push. Not playing together.
Oh, no.
They're not playing together, not playing trades.
They waited so long to pull out the smoke that it didn't matter at that point.
Yeah, not gonna clear behind him, taken out.
Yeah, that was just a mess of coordination.
Yeah. Not a whole lot that could have been done either way, but at least probably both of them push out that smoke at the same time.
They might have been able to take out like Freakalo or something along
They weren't.
those
They weren't
lines.
calming that util usage. What is that music?
Mongolian opera.
Mongolian opera?
I was gonna say Mongolian throat singing, but that is not what that sounds
Yeah, no,
like.
that's not what that was at all. Also, don't even know what Mongolian opera is.
Opera from Mongolia.
Oh, guess I. You know what? That's on me. I guess I could guess that. Looking like it'll be a buy and a bonus. Vandals should have the advantage here.
Who's playing Astra on the Vandals again?
Astra is. I wanted to almost say Dohyun.
That would make sense, yeah.
It is indeed Dohyun.
Dohyun's gonna have an important role here.
I hate playing Astra.
Their kit just doesn't make sense to me.
Attacking this A site very quickly.
They know where some cheese is. They're limiting access to the alleyway.
Diabolic had to back out. It's gonna be a free bomb plant down.
Spike planted.
KJ is also holding in mid for this push.
I think they know that if Dohyun's allowed to get a rotation off here.
Timing.
Oh, good bait, Dohyun.
Could have been bad.
Yeah, that was high risk, high reward right there. But now he has access to the alleyway.
It's a wall bangable?
David getting Young Chicken through the wall. Okay, we have Breach coming out.
One enemy
And now we have Telecate taken down too. Okay, that leaves Freakalo in a 1v4.
They line up for him.
Oh my lord. Can they get an ace here?
Oh, couldn't make up his mind on that one. That's going to be a round win for the Vandals.
The hesitation of who to take down first cost him that round.
Almost had the ace.
That would have been his second ace.
Yeah, he tried to get one and then flicked back, and it was just kind of a back and forth of...
I think he was expecting the kill and then immediately going to the next target, but
he kind of
barely not enough.
Yeah, he didn't really have much of a choice. He tried to flick over to the one defusing, but couldn't quite get it.
Because he was using every bullet in that magazine to pull off that play.
Yeah. I mean, we got a round win. Very few kills so far for the Vandals.
But
yeah,
hey,
they won that round, and they've gotten... What is that, 1? 2. They've gotten 2 other kills besides that round.
Yeah. First and second round did not go well.
No. That's kind of crazy, actually.
Oh, they are rushing B point.
Yeah, stuck with...
Yikes. Okay, we at least get a trade from Dohyun.
Somehow gets one.
Yeah, now it's David's the only one watching point, and then we have...
The other 2 Vandals on the flank.
Face your
Very
fear.
quickly.
Are they really ulting for this? They're doing
Well,
Astra ult.
They
They're
probably,
doing both
they probably
ults.
assumed the
Spike
flank is
planted.
here. It is.
They should be able to take Astra down here. Yep.
Astra gets taken out.
Ah, Freakalo got David. Okay, but Cheese taking down DJ.
Into a 2v2 now.
Wait, who's DJ fallen? Did they sub in a player?
I have no idea actually who that is.
I can't believe I just barely noticed.
They did indeed sub him.
Last player
I didn't even notice that.
Cheese just
Diabolic.
barely got out of range.
It's all down to Cheese. He doesn't have the time though for this, and they're not giving him the duels that he wants.
Yeah. He had to be watching both corners. Telecate and Freakalo were just working too well to cover cover bomb site.
Almost nothing that Cheese could have done there.
But Dohyun has his ult now for this upcoming encounter, which would be really, really good here.
I think the Vandals were also just kind of bonusing off what they had from last round. I'm working with pistols.
For a sheriff in classic round, not terrible.
Well, they had, I think, they should have had 2 rifles and sheriffs.
They had
probably a
They
classic.
had a vandal.
Should have been 2 rifles.
Yeah, 2 rifles, 3 pistols.
Yeah.
And light armor,
Not terrible.
but also could have been better.
Started to claw it back and then
Yeah.
kind of lost it all. That's a crazy placement. They're pushed towards his mid and A.
Time to hunt.
They're big fans of this.
Scout
Okay.
destroyed.
They know some cheese is there. I think they're gonna back away that and head towards A.
CBC's very good at getting the intel they need and just backing out. They know they don't need to push it very aggressively.
Especially with how effective they're using their time.
Yeah.
It makes it so that they are just able to make sudden changes of strategy on the drop of a dime.
They
and
get the-
still have plenty of time left over.
Yeah, they get that intel very early on and very quickly. The Vandals are reading this and rotating towards
Especially
A, though.
Clove.
They're actually rotating towards mid. Nobody on A itself.
They're pulling a double reversal here.
And they are going back towards B.
From mid to A, back to mid, just to throw off the players. I
Yeah.
think they're going to keep Astra over there just to feign some level of interest over to the site.
30 seconds left.
Vandals are still in the same spot.
Oh, that was almost a headshot.
Oh, this could be huge. They don't check him. What are they doing? The fact that he only
was a
gets one
crazy
there
play.
is crazy.
But don't worry, Dohyun cleans this up.
They don't have enough time to actually get this bomb down.
One enemy
Yep.
remaining.
That's bomb dropped.
Spike down A.
Fallen has to run for it.
Interesting going for the reload after jumping around the corner.
Doesn't have time to get bomb down. You can't stick that. You have to get kills.
There we go. Offset covering the angle well.
Yeah, that was, you know,
Dohyun was buying time.
that was a very sad spray from Cheese there.
Them,
He should have at least had,
they
at
needed
least had
to commit
two.
for A site.
He barely even got one there.
They were not expecting the sudden change to A site. They should have just gone for
Not
it.
at all, yeah. But they somehow managed to win that round.
Yeah, and I think that's going to ruin the economy for CBC for this round. They have to go for a light build.
Yeah. So it should be another...
Fricolo, though, going for a full build. I think they're...
He is buying the hero rifle. Oh.
Oh,
nope. He traded it up.
Yep.
Traded it up. No rifles.
Went straight for Sheriff.
Saw a Stinger and maybe a Bulldog unless they sold it back. They are playing it very slow yet again.
We have Diabolic covering over A site. Oh, Killjoy ult coming out.
Little do they know, A is completely free
empty.
right now.
If they just went straight for it right now, they could plant.
The Vandals giving basically this site for free every time if you just push through main.
Because they had spots where they could have seen it and still be outside of Killjoy ult.
Yeah. That is bomb plant down with no contact. Prowler barely misses it.
I've got your trail.
Oh, that means... Oh,
Not
no,
able to hit the deagle
spray.
shots. The Sheriff, I guess. Vandals just making easy work of these pistols.
The amount of utility coming out right now.
Nobody's hitting bomb
crazy.
plant. Hello?
Loftic was doing it, then Dohyun started doing it, and they both stopped
Yeah,
before hitting the
they
midpoint.
could have had it for free a lot
I think
quicker.
they want to give it to Diabolic because he's the one lowest on money right now.
Yeah, maybe. I thought a defuse goes towards... I don't even know what a defuse does for economy.
So it's first charge and then finishing it off.
I know it gives you ult points. I don't... But economy-wise, does that give you any bonus for you being the one to defuse it?
Yeah. I want to say it's like a couple hundred.
I assumed that would go for everybody. Because I know plant goes to everyone.
I want to say diffuse is personal. I can look it up real quick.
I have no idea. Looking like they're going for a B push here. B in mid. Got two Vandals here. Loftek with knives out. Breach util. Stuns them all. Really slows them down there.
Okay. So it looks like it is a team of bonus.
Placing swarm grenade.
The
That's what I
amount it
assumed.
is, though, I am not certain, but I would assume it'd be the same as plants.
Both these teams are playing a lot more passive than they did last match. Contact probably going to be first taken in mid here.
You have just Loftek covering this point with jet bolts.
They have full B control now. David
And
is
the
right
Vandals
outside.
aren't even aware of it.
Got three
Okay.
Vandals ready to push this.
Oh
Ult
no.
comes out.
This is not what you want to be seeing here, folks.
No. They got to get at least another pick. They find
Okay,
it.
Loftek takes out Young Chicken.
Another ult coming out. Vandals
And yet
using
another
everything they
blind
have.
is out. Okay. That wall being really good here.
Last player standing.
Why do you push that? Questionable push from Astra there.
The wall there saved so much life and then just immediately got thrown away.
Yeah, I could be wrong. They dogged through, saw no one was on defuse, and Astra still pushed through very quickly.
Which
was
they
kinda-
had time.
Yeah, it was kind of traded out very quick. But Vandal's able to take that one away. Taking the lead for the first time this map.
Yeah.
Dohyun still
And their
playing
economy is
fantastically.
looking really, really good here.
David, already doing much better this game than last.
I think him having the utility role is working out a lot better.
I
than
think
the
so, especially
duelist.
with
Leave the
being on
dreams
defenders
here.
first again.
Personally, I just think Breach in general is a really great character to play if you want
Get out
to
of
be
my
a
way.
semi-carry and still have the best utility in the game.
You're able to work with yourself if need be as well.
Yeah. Because his stuff is so quick and it's so good.
Bring them down.
Not a single Vandal towards
No
B.
charges.
Yeah, that's not going to look pretty for him. But some cheese takes out Fricolo.
That is
I think that's going to freak out CBC.
a good one.
Question
They're-
of whether or not they're going to follow
They're playing
through,
this
though.
so slow. Little do they know there's nobody on this B site.
Little do they know everyone's an alleyway.
What the? Idaho has just been given these sites for free every time.
Yeah, they
Another
know they're there
ult.
now.
have the
Oh,
ult
there's
for
the
the counter.
killjoy.
Placing swamp
Maybe this is what they wanted. They wanted to give him it for free just to be able to ult it off. They're not trying
Which
to.
means then they can just look down.
Yeah, they're not trying to break this ult.
Especially since we have Loftek in the back.
Standing.
Last one left. Nothing to
PCUV
do.
was too busy holding on to his utility.
Well, he got stuck in the KJ ult,
Yep.
and the Vandals made quick work of it.
Which, if I recall, it's like 3 seconds. They're not able to do anything.
Yeah, I have no idea how long it is. The Vandals, they're giving these sites, but they're playing their retakes very well, and it's working out for them.
Which honestly is not a strategy that I thought the Vandals would go for.
It's
Because usually, maybe it's their take on how they love playing offensively.
yeah,
They're
it's
forcing the enemy to take on the defensive role and go for retake.
that could be it. They're playing their defense a lot more passive than they usually do.
Because they at least last semester was, oh, we cover sites, we go for the trades immediately, and if they take over point, that's when we know we've lost the round. But now it's, they're on point, let's go kill them.
Yeah. Again, nobody on B. They're just kind of they're playing for retakes here, and I kind of like it.
It's an interesting strategy that I would not have expected.
Getting aggressive up A, they're gonna see nobody's here, and the quick rotates will come out towards B.
Which is gonna leave Killjoy and
KJ and Fade, they're there.
yeah.
G's gonna be peeking. Doesn't find anyone.
Can they take out Young Chicken? Oh. Playing for headshots
Spike
here.
planted.
Not
The
quite.
only real issue with this strategy is that they're going to get so much money from just straight planting. So that even if they do fall behind. Okay.
A plant alone won't give you enough econ to stay in it.
Yeah, but it definitely makes things a lot more manageable than without.
Young Chicken somehow able to sneak away.
He almost made
Loftek
it
gets
out.
him. Do a 2v4.
One enemy remaining.
They get a 1v3, I guess. It's all up to KJ. Fallen finds one.
We have David and some cheese ready here. Okay. David hitting him with a blast of the wall.
So funny.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. There is nowhere for KJ to go. They peek left or right, they get
Yeah.
shot, they run backwards, they just can't escape that util.
It's
Very-
just too
really
skinny
good.
of a spot to hide.
Yeah, really good place util there from David.
It's still crazy that they're saving these ults for retake rather than just trying to take the advantage, like, for B long of just holding down the site.
Well, a lot of their ults are very good retake ults. Actually, all of their ults
Yeah.
are good retake ults.
Fade's
Minus-
ult is
minus Jet.
Jets, yeah. Because Killjoy is, you want to isolate an area?
Yeah.
Well, if it's on point, you know where you're isolating.
Yeah.
Astra's is really good. Fades is fantastic for
Fades
retake.
hits a whole site.
And Breach is just great in general.
Hits a whole site. It's nobody on B.
Again.
How long until CBC picks up on the fact that nobody is going B? They have one lurking in mid, though.
Maybe like 25 seconds.
Astra is here in mid. The Vandals could get this timing
You are divided.
and get a free kill. KJ and Astra engaging.
There's some cheese taken down.
The rest of the Vandal team is behind.
There we go.
I wish Astra turned around there.
I would be mauling if I knew 4 of them were following after their one person
Yeah.
got picked out.
They do have free bomb plant. The Vandals need to pick up the pace here if they want to be able to retake this.
You want to know what would be really interesting to see for a strategy such as this? If they were running Sova in their comp somehow.
You don't see a lot of Sova gameplay.
Well, because Breach just does what Sova does better.
I
Last
don't know about
player
that one.
standing.
Okay, he does it maybe not necessarily better, but he does what Sova does.
You know who Sova is?
Sova's
One
the bow
enemy
guy.
remaining.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, you know what? That's fair. Because Sova is information control rather than smokes and utility.
Breach also doesn't have smokes.
Yeah.
They're actually very.
Am I thinking of Brimstone for some reason?
You must be.
Because
Breach
is nothing like Sova. What am I on about?
No, Breach
Their
has-
ults are the only thing similar.
Breach has a stun, a breach charge, and a
And
flash.
Yeah, and then his
Sova
laser
has-
ults.
A shock dart, which is the only ability that does damage.
Surveillance drone.
A surveillance drone and
And then another laser blast.
a scan dart.
I was talking about
And then his
that.
ult, yeah. His ult does damage, Breach's does not. They're actually, yeah, I don't know if you can get too
Yeah,
further
I don't know what I was
characters
on
from
about.
each other. Finally pushing this A site. The one time the Vandals are stacking B.
They knew they were swapping to A site, so they had to make sure everyone was on B.
Yeah, this game has just been weird. Like, reading each other, but also not. Fatal coming out to this A site. They're going to be taking it quick.
That's going to leave Fade and Killjoy with the ults.
I think only Fade
Is it
got
only
hit
Fade?
by that.
Killjoy might have just been barely
Spike
able
Yeah,
to
they were pretty far away from site.
We know
Gun's
probably
not in your hand. What are you doing? Yikers. Taken out by the
Absolute
judge.
yikes. We might
Can I do a
we might see a
3v3?
reversal on map here.
Last
He's fine.
player standing.
Young Chicken on for the...
Hey, that just leaves
4K
David
here.
against Young Chicken and DJ. Oh, that was nasty.
That was almost perfect timing. I
Young
think-
Chicken
was he
dropping a
reloading?
4K.
Or was he just pulling his gun out?
Last round in
Who?
the half.
Young
David or
Chicken.
Young Chicken? It looks like they were reloading because that gun wasn't theirs. To
They were
begin
pointing it down. Yeah, I don't know.
with. 'Cause they
could
just
go.
barely taken that from, I want to say, some cheese's body.
Yeah, this is last round of the half. This is about the same way the first map went. Hopefully the Vandals
Yeah.
are able to have a better T side than they did last game.
And from what I'm aware, this map is also pretty equally sided.
I have no idea.
Because
Out of my way.
the general assault tactics are very similar to the first map. In terms of, like, the amount of entrance points.
There's going to be an engagement on B. 2 versus 2 here. Jet ult v Jet ult.
They're just trying to make sure Jet cannot reach onto the point.
Cheese finds 2 in mid. Traded out, though, by the other KJ.
The KJ we had at home.
KJ at home.
That sounds terrible, I'm sorry.
It was awful. Down to a 3v4 now. CBC looking like they want to end a little bit more towards A.
The slowest Jet ult usage I've seen in the entirety of my life.
It is the fact that neither of them are dead and both of them still have their knives is kind of crazy.
But that just means when they finally do collide, probably in alleyway near A, it's going to be fascinating to see who can get the better flick off.
Vandals should have the win here. They have Astra ult and Breach ult for this replay.
Spike planted.
And Diabolic's in a great, like, turnaround flank position.
That is true. They don't even know he's here. Oh, that could have been bad
He
timing.
hears Jet. He hears Jet.
This will get
Throw
him
it.
away.
Where are you?
Bucket. Hey, that should just be a straight kill for.
That'll be Jet.
Trying
That
to
was
hide.
great.
Take
I
hold.
think he could have wrecked
Just
a little
stick
bit
the
faster.
stick the defuse. Stick the defuse.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
You have.
Wait, did
flank?
You should
I
run.
thought DJ just
One enemy
stabbed
remaining.
David.
Stick it. Stick it. Stick it. Block for him.
Lock up with your body. No, the spike diffuser got killed.
This
They have plenty of
is
time.
nothing.
Yeah, they have enough.
That almost was bad. Loftek was able to get the final kill.
The Killjoy
Oh,
ult almost stopped it
That
too.
is true. If KJ ult went off just a little bit quicker.
Funny enough, I don't
Switching
think Loftek used his ult once he got triggered.
No, I don't think he did. That could have been bad.
I was not. That was such a chaotic round.
It really was.
Chase some stars in this
That would have been a
galaxy.
crazy finish if Vandals lost that because
Just
of KJ
you killed
ult.
me, but nuh-uh, we reversed the situation.
Still had KJ ult up. This is first round of the second half now. Vandals on
and
attack.
Vandals have a little advantage here.
Well,
7-5.
wasn't that the advantage last time, or was it 6-6?
I think it was. I think it was 7-5, but in reverse.
No.
Because CBC was starting to get points at the end of the first half.
No.
No.
Maybe.
My
don't think
memory is
so,
notoriously bad, so
I don't know.
it's.
I'll give you a maybe.
I give you a solid maybe on the uncertain scale.
Ooh,
Oh,
damage to the
Loftek almost
smoke.
got taken out already.
And he
Never
did.
mind, he did.
And he did.
Find you.
Unlucky.
Mark two.
Vandals going.
Yep,
Oh.
that was a fantastic haunt.
Unlucky. Oh.
David preparing.
enemy
He was
remaining.
preparing his gun.
Flawless.
Yikes.
Oh, and some cheese missed the shot.
Pistol round not going in our favor
I
yet
think-
again.
That is one of the few flawless rounds we have had thus far.
No.
We've had 3, haven't we?
Yeah, first 2 rounds in the game were flawless.
I got enough time to go into the
No. Because they found 1 kill each time.
Yeah, I was meaning 3 out of both matches.
Yeah, I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Not a whole lot, because that's what 3 out of what would be
P,
27.
P, goat, and freaky?
Let's see now.
What does that even mean?
That's supposed to be like a.
No.
I
Definitely
don't
not.
get it.
Definitely not. Maybe it's for P-Cov. Freaky. Piccolo. Not able to. I
Oh,
don't even
he
think
is
found
so.
one. Oh my goodness.
No way
How is
Fricolo
he
gets
still
out
alive?
here.
And Loft Tech
Telekit is paying the price for his sins.
How is Fricolo alive on 2 HP? Finally.
He's not.
Finally taken down.
He should not have made it out in the first place.
No. Young Chicken with the outlaw
first time we
here.
have a sniper in these matchups.
Yeah, actually, it's the first sniper of any kind.
Which on a map with such long sight lines as this, if they don't run at least 2 ops, they're trolling.
I don't know how people are surviving here.
Last
Should be a
player
free round
standing.
win for the Vandals.
Wait, can Loftev drop a 5K?
Loft Tech on for the ace. 34 HP. Just got to take out Fallen. You know where he is.
Running
And
away.
oh!
DJ defeats Loftek before he can get his 5K.
He shuts him down.
The only one allowed is PCUV.
No ace for the Vandals this game.
Not yet. It's possible they might in the future. Not
Yet.
I should probably play
Diabolic
some
is the one
stars
with
in
the
Astro
outlaw.
Plane. I should do.
I still just can't believe Freako lived that long for the
Dude,
beginning of the round.
I have no idea
He
how
had
that
4
happened.
people pursuing him, and he made it around 2 corners before he died.
Yeah, that was kind of nuts, actually.
Especially while he was slowed and
Yeah, he got hit with
And
every piece of
blinded.
detail and survived just fine.
Oh,
What
Dohyun,
a
that was
shot.
nasty.
Made the right choice giving that to Dohyun there. I don't even know how that killed him. He shot him through the wall.
Where
I
are
thought that was a body shot too.
Yeah, I have no. I don't
That
really
would
know
have
the
not
damage.
been enough otherwise.
I don't really know the damage of the outlaw, so.
The Outlaw's damage is not great unless it's a headshot, or at least like top half of the
Gotta
body.
be better than the Marshall.
Oh, it's better than the Marshall, but through a wall, it typically won't
Spike
tap
planted.
like
There's a
that.
free bomb plant down. David takes out Freakalo.
Loftek takes down Fallen,
Down to a 2v5 now, and they got pistols in their
and
hands.
Sumchi's about to fight with
player
Telekit.
standing.
Almost. Does he... Taken out by the classic.
That bot was completely bamboozled.
Yeah, it was. He knew he had to push that quick after it got placed down.
I mean, it's not like it would have killed him.
No, but it would have given away
Yeah,
that he
some
was there.
cheese would have killed him, but
Yeah. He played it exactly how he should have. And he's going to get a free gun out of it. He's just going to save that Vandal.
Yeah.
Gonna make it a
the round is for
9-6.
the Vandals. Yeah, it's going way better for the Vandals this time.
Their attacks
Come on, pull it off. There we go.
Grab that Vandal.
Got a solid team ace there.
Yeah. Got that Vandal back.
Only cost some cheese his life.
It did. It did. But you take it.
Yeah, not terrible, not terrible. And considering how much money Dohyun has and the Diabolic, they could absolutely afford to get some cheese, some gear.
Yeah, CBC can also have a full buy. It'll be a full buy v full buy. Finally, I think. Buying light armor. Hello. Young chicken. There we go.
There we go.
Changed his mind.
I think he was contemplating whether or not to go with like an outlaw light armor build.
Went with a guardian instead.
I personally like the Guardian.
It's a good gun. It's a good gun as long as you can hit your shots.
At that point, you could just run a sniper.
If
If you have the money for it, that is.
I mean, if you're hitting your head tap, Guardian's probably better.
Oh, that was an interesting smoke
Oh.
to dash.
How does he get that?
He just goes with the sauce.
Jeez, takes out Telekit too.
Oh, PCUV takes down Loftek and David. There's one more over around the corner.
One enemy remaining.
CUV does not want their team to
Spike
lose
down
this.
B.
What even happened?
DJ took around the corner when they were chasing after.
Vandals. They had such a good advantage going into that.
You never know.
It's
some
not
cheese
over
can still
yet.
clean this up.
Has to win a 1v3 basically.
The only thing he has to be really careful of is that they don't have spike.
He's also
PCUV
very.
is watching over like
He's
a
also
hawk.
very low. Does he end up going for a save or does he go for this? He still has 40 seconds.
He could attempt to go for it. It'll be an interesting decision.
30. It's going to be very hard to win this, but it's not impossible.
He's going through
30
alleyway
seconds left.
rather than upper balcony.
He's got to find one early.
If he does not get the immediate kill, he needs to leave. Oh, no.
Yikes.
That's
Yikes.
spray. PCUV dropping down another 3K.
Jesus has been having some trouble
That
with
will
these
make But it'd be
the kills and the
cooler
people that just aren't even looking at him.
He's been doing good when it comes to like close encounters.
Just head-on-head duels, he's doing fine. But the free
the
kills is
second
when
the
he
people
looks.
are not aware, it's
Yeah.
like they suddenly dodge every bullet he
Yeah,
shoots.
that is unlucky. Diabolic kind of having a rough game. 6 and 12.
Yeah. David, though, is doing significantly better.
Yes, he is. Loftek is also having a very good game. 17 and 11.
Absolutely.
Placing sentry.
Everyone on CBC is fairly even across the board here. Looking like
I think they spread out their roles a lot more evenly on CBC, while the roles that University of Idaho have is you will do this one thing, and once this one thing is done, leave the rest up to your team, which it has its pros, but I think it makes them lack agency.
they're playing this round just like the Vandals. Nobody on B, playing for retake.
Time to throw down 3 ults to retake point.
Spike
Only
down
got one
B.
though.
Low. Okay. Piccolo taking down Diabolic. She's taking down Fallen. CB taking down some cheese. Not taking down Piccolo. Stick to a 3v3 with CBC's Astro
player
low
standing.
and David.
How is that Jet alive? It was
They
stuck.
must have escaped with the dash.
It was stuck in a.
Spike planted.
I don't know what Fade's util's called.
Haunt.
No, it wasn't a Haunt. It was one that holds him there.
Prowler.
Or maybe it was Haunt then. It's whatever the one you throw down and it just sticks to you and holds you in that circle.
Oh.
They were stuck in that and then got hit by Skydog.
Yeah.
And still survived.
That is a set of circumstances you cannot just live from.
Yeah.
Like, he was just trying to make sure that Young Chicken doesn't even dare step forward. But it's not going to be enough.
Oh
Young
my
Chicken does take
goodness.
down Loftek. He
I
almost take down David,
I
too.
thought he was getting both of them there.
I thought so as well.
Still would have been a hard win with one alive and time running out.
They wouldn't have been able to defuse, but
But it was close. Gave a shot.
absolutely, and it would have taken down another 2 rifles from UI.
That is true. Now 10 to 7.
Not that 2 rifles would have broken their bank, but it would have definitely mattered.
Why does Loftek not have a gun? Ult,
He's
probably?
chilling.
Probably gonna ult.
He's chilling.
He'll use his ult.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. For show.
Get out of my way.
Yep,
There
there
it
we
is.
go.
Going for this A push. Got 2 CBC players here. Just like the Vandals, Fade and KJ playing here. Very similar play styles from each team.
They know Jet's over there. Whether or not they can stop it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's breach ult.
Blocking
And
sight.
Loftek jumps into it.
Killed my bot.
I think if they throw down Killjoy ult here, it could work out really, really well after Brimstone ults.
What is going on? How is nobody dead yet? The first kill comes out. That took so long for that to happen.
With 2 ults in play and 6 people on point, only
They got
1
pistols,
person
though.
dies.
Yikes.
Telecate lost the duel against Loftek.
They were both very low, too. They could have gone either way. Is that Jet holding there with a shorty? What is going on? Are they going for this or are they not?
I don't know.
I'm assuming no.
They're trying, I guess.
No way,
No
Dohyun
way,
loses
Young
that.
One wins that. Oh, and he got his ult up if he wants to really try and be goofy with
No,
it.
there's no time.
But hear me out, it'd be funny.
Dude, what was that? What were any of those fights?
That was, I think, okay, yeah, PCUV gets taken down by bomb.
What? That was
I-
the sloppiest round I've seen from both
I
teams.
think the thing that really made that hard for people to go for was there was 7 smokes on site.
But, dude, I don't even know. That took so long for even the first kill to come down, and then
And people were
gunfights.
escaping fights that they shouldn't have.
Gunfights were just awful from both sides.
Well,
How do you?
to be fair, CBC had pistols. There's only so much they can do with that versus Vandals.
Jet won with
The-
a shorty. After
Yeah,
missing
that
both
shouldn't have
first
happened.
shots as
Yeah.
well. That's crazy.
I'll find you.
Vandals
Messi
not
is
wanting to
a
try
way
that.
too-
Not
Messi
wanting to
is
try
a way
that
to
A side
start that
again.
round.
They're going to B now. Astro
11 to
ult.
7. We have
Chicken.
6 more. Why would you dash there?
They threw a smoke down for it. They knew they were in the corner and had to get out.
Yeah, but I think just dashing into it, there's a limited amount of area they could just spray it across.
Well, it was either that or they just out into the open.
Can't use that
yeah, but then you
yet.
could
Just
try going
both.
for the trade from the corner.
Because of both astrals.
Spike planted.
And fade ult. Do it. Counter fade ult.
Establish dominance. Here we have
All
Fricolo
in.
up in balcony.
I think they're opening.
Still waiting.
Finds
oh
another.
my lord.
Last player standing.
David getting a double there.
David ending the round, making it 12-7. That
That
is
leaves-
match point for the Vandals for normal play. I believe
if they
they'll.
get one more point,
That is true.
guaranteed.
I believe
there's 5
they're.
rounds left.
Yeah, I believe they're playing out all rounds anyway. But the Vandals could use a map win after that first game.
If you can even call it a first game.
It was a first game.
Yeah, it was a first game of all first games.
It was a first game of all first games. Roughest Eastside I've ever seen. We got like 4 rounds out of it at least.
That is true.
Could have been worse.
I think they just weren't prepared for some of the strategies they were going to pull out.
No.
Especially with the like neon immediately onto point A type stuff.
Vandals going back towards this A. They're just kind of going back and forth. Sees the gun barrel.
Yo, Hune, let's
Three.
go. And he knows where Telkit is, who's going to immediately retreat from that position.
Yeah, they're already having the advantage going into this round. Go for bomb plant. Nobody is on site.
We have Killjoy ult coming out from some cheese. It
Yeah,
doesn't grab
waiting a
anybody.
little long. I feel like people are already going to be pushed off site with KJ
They
ult
could have
down.
started planting like 10 seconds earlier.
I don't know if I can,
Well, yeah.
but like they could have
Like-
pushed on a little
like
bit.
5.
Yeah.
Okay,
Down to a
PCUV taking out
2v4.
some cheese. So much utility running in that alleyway. They know that's where the last 2 are remaining.
They have to push this.
Yeah. Especially with...
There's no reason not to. It's last round.
And Jet's not even going to the flank.
Finds
Last
one.
player standing.
Not
Just-
2.
Okay, Fallen, it's up to you.
Couldn't find the head. That will be a map win.
I thought Loftek just assassinated their fate.
That makes it 1-1, and then it should technically switch to unlimited money, which I
But
don't know if they're going to do that
I
or
don't
not.
know what's going on, man. The game has gotten so much more chaotic.
There it is. There's the
Infinite magazines and infinite credits.
There's the infinite money.
Oh, didn't. Oh, didn't. Oh, didn't.
Oh, no. I believe that
Quickly
leaves us
production,
with
send them a message.
4 rounds left in play.
Yeah,
See the Vandals end this 17-7.
that would go crazy.
Yikes. How did he take that? Ooh.
Loftek getting first kill with the new set of rules in play. She's taking down PCUV.
Another Killjoy ult coming out.
Fallen taking down some cheese.
I'm just realizing the only difference in these comps is Sky and Breach.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these characters are just established to be the best in their roles, especially with
Yeah.
maps as large as this.
Vandals backing out. Not getting too aggressive onto this A site. Still might push it through mid, though. 2
I
CBC
wouldn't
players are
recommend going
here.
through that alleyway, though. That might be a bad idea, Dohyun.
They're going for it.
He knows Fallen's there. Sees Telekit.
Yep, don't take that fight. Is a bad fight.
Time to hunt.
Dog.
Oh.
Must have broken.
Blinded.
Come on. Jet, Breach, you guys can go for the flank here. They have them locked down.
Jet taking a long time on this rotate.
You tired?
It's been a long game.
30
Oh,
seconds
I don't
left.
blame you.
What is this? What does this go to? 24 rounds each?
Playoff, yeah.
So 48.
Yeah.
48 rounds of Valorant.
Last
About
player
5 minutes
standing.
each, too.
Yikes! Vandals finding another win.
And they have Fatal ready for the next.
I opened their
Oh,
mind.
yeah, Fatal
Breach
and
ult.
Breach ults.
Yikes.
That is a disastrous combo.
Yeah, that sounds awful to play against. No way they use both in one round.
Unless.
Maybe.
un-
Perhaps. I'm kind of about it. I'd like to see it.
I'm still surprised we haven't gotten to see an op game yet.
Alright, look at him. Buying an op.
Keep up.
Oh, Young Chicken's the first person to buy an op on this map.
Well, they have infinite money, so he bought the op, bought a
Where
Vandal
are
as
you?
well, and put it in the corner.
I'm just surprised that this is the first round they've done op down B site.
I know, I feel like you
it's
at
such
least
a
have an op
long
here.
sight line.
But hey, what do I know?
That was a nice trade.
Trades come out.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Niz.
Niz. Woo!
We hope you're enjoying the content. You know we are.
A lot of Valorant. Oh, Dohyun able to take out Freakalo.
Dohyun has been going absolutely crazy both games.
Yeah, he's been playing very well.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
But it seems like Young Chicken's using the op for long sights, but hasn't done anything. There we go. Finally, he's able to take down David.
Every time you say something about that op.
Yeah, that is true.
Tried to grab his judge.
One enemy remaining.
Finds another.
Spike
Goes
down.
and picks up the Vandal off their dead ally to go ahead and take down
Down to a 1v2 now.
Killjoy. Yep. It's Dohyun versus Young Chicken.
Young
and their
Chicken
Clove
and
30 seconds left.
and Telicate.
Telicate.
Taking that back.
We tried.
I'm bad with names on a good day.
I have
me
the
too.
spike.
It took me 3 months to learn this guy's name. I'm joking.
Sticks.
Beatles.
10
I
seconds
thought
left.
Jet saw.
They must have
Dohyun
not
there.
have. Wait, are they planting down here?
Yeah.
No way are they going to be allowed to do this. Clove is running for it, but
No close.
no, Dohyun, you had it.
That is Sky, my friend.
Shut it.
That'll be a round win for CBC.
So
First one in a
no
little
17
bit.
to 7,
No,
but
7 still can get
even-
16 to 8.
yeah.
Which
we
is
have 2 more
which is
rounds
just
left.
as good if you ask me.
You know, 5'11" is really close to 6 feet. They're just as good.
And if you're already going 6 foot, might as well round out to 6'1".
And nobody likes odd numbers when it comes to height.
So
So,
it's-
you really
so
got to
you're
go for 6
so you're
foot
really
2 being the only
6'2".
reasonable answer there.
Yeah. What is that? What's his knife?
That's phone.
Why?
I don't know, but you can add custom sounds to it.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. I've just been, there's a famous clip of a streamer doing it, and it has the it has a famous Chinese clip from a movie about ring.
There's no way you can actually do that. They had to have
Yeah, I can pull it up
They
for
had
you
to
if
have
you want me
edited it over it.
It
No way you
was
can.
during a live stream.
No way.
Yeah. If you want, I can find it for you.
David using ult onto this site. Not able to get a pick off of it though. Young Chicken was stuck and hit by that ult. Doesn't get found in time. Was able to trade out David. Into a 2v4. Make it a 3v2. Diabolic needs to find at least
Enemy
one.
remaining.
Doesn't get it. It's all up the cheese here. How did that see him? This is just toxic. That was just BM.
Okay, after the match, I'll show you what people have been doing.
I hope Cheese wins this now.
G should. Should actually is a strong term.
He doesn't have bomb down.
Plays turret.
Enemy
There we go.
Ah!
Telicate rotated too fast for him.
Almost found it, but not
He does
quite.
drop a 3K though. That's not too terrible.
All right. It is all up to this now. Either a 15-9 or a 14-10.
We hold them at 14.
9. 9's all they get.
we hold them at not. We hold them at 10.
We hold them at 9. That's all they get.
We hold them on 4.
We hold them at
Hold them on. We hold them on 5.
Don't give the ground.
It's really a curse to say that.
That is true, but it was really, really fun to watch how terrible it was struggle for CS.
Yeah, it was. Yikes. Young Chicken able to
He
take out
dashed
Loftek.
right into his ally.
And they're just spamming all their util.
He has 2 daggers left, 1 dagger left. Just about shot Telicate in the head.
Young Chicken's just going crazy right now. On for the ace, technically.
He's cracked out of his mind. There's the fatal.
Uh-oh.
One
Jeez.
enemy remaining.
It does look like they took out Fade after
It's
the
all
ult
down
came
to
out.
David.
He does take out.
Oh, I thought they
PCB,
traded each other.
But either way, UI does get win on map 2, so it's 1-1, folks.
Said 13-10. Was a 14-10, technically. That is a win for both teams.
Technically 14-10.
There's no way they do best of 3, actually, right? Right?
They might play till 8 o'clock.
What time is it?
7.
That's it? Yikes.
I mean, the maps have been relatively short. Most of the time, they're not playing to overtime. So it does kind of make sense that there is some time left over.
Well, because there is no overtime.
Well, I meant for in the rounds.
Yeah, there's
like
no overtime.
Playing to 0. You know what I'm saying.
There's no overtime. It'll end 12-12.
Well, what I'm not referring to in terms of rounds, I'm trying to like the end of each round for like.
Looks like we're done.
We're at 0 seconds for bomb placement and stuff like that. But it does look like we are going to end it there, 1-1 between CBC and the University of Idaho. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the clips. If any of you guys are interested, check out Ziply and check out Monster, our fantastic sponsors. Drop a follow. Go ahead and get notified for our streams. We're doing them really, really regularly, and we love your guys' support. Is there anything else you want to sign off with?
Season's starting in 2 weeks. Come watch all the teams you love to watch and follow. All of our teams. Don't know exact schedule, but it'll be somewhere. We'll
have them posted along with
you'll
the
get Twitch announcements.
Yeah.
Turn on notifications.
So, we will be seeing you guys there.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.